That with vision and creativity, life itself becomes a canvas of endless possibilities. Please welcome the visionary, James Wheeler.
Thank you. First and foremost, got to give all honor to God. I got to do that first for bringing us all here together, for bringing us in this room. Man, when I get up here and look at y'all, I feel it come full circle. Because as entrepreneurs, we all know it's some uncertain times. But one thing is for certain, two things for sure. We're supposed to be here today. So everybody that's here, man, I appreciate you being here, appreciate you being on time. This was put on my heart to do, and I want to do this little exercise real quick. I promise you will not break a sweat. All of the people in the room, I just want you to browse the room, look around at the beautiful people around you. Just browse, look at them for a minute. They look good, don't they? Y'all look good. I just want you to let your guard down just a little bit. Just let it a little bit. Now, I want you to find all the brothers, all the men. Look at the men and just repeat after me. Say, I love you, brother, and I need you. All right, now let's find our beautiful sisters. And let's look at them. And look at them when you say this. Say, I love you, sister, and I need you. All right, because that's the spirit we want to be in. That's the energy we want to keep up through legacy. Because without each other, it don't mean a thing. None of this works without each other. So the whole purpose of us being here today is, I'm going to get straight to it, is to build an independent economic base. I don't have to beat around the bush. There's a lot of areas that we can go in where we can really knock down the doors of industry, but we need each other to do it. We can't do it alone. So I just want to give a real quick shout out to the official DJ of Legacy, DJ B-Side. Been holding it down with us for years. We got a lot of official things for Legacy. We got an official beer. Can I say this on stage? We got an official beer. We got Moore's beer. We have an official insurance agency, the Insurance Exchange, all black-owned business. So as you know, this is our grand finale to Black History Month. This is Legacy, y'all. And I just want to go over those pillars real quick: leadership, education, growth, advocacy, community, and most important, we're trying to pass the torch down to the youth. So man, as you see the young people here, do everything you can to reach out to them, pour into them, and pour into each other. Now real quick, I just want to give a real state of WDB and where we're at. We just opened up a second location in the South Loop to serve you better. We're going to be having a thank you. It's been a long time to get that location open, but it's to serve our customers and our clients in the city and on the west side better. So we're going to be having a grand opening in a couple of months, but just be looking out for our growth plan. I'm not going to be before you long. I want to give a shout out to the WDB team that's in the hallway. Because guys, it took a lot of hard work to get us here to this moment. So I just want to shout them out and let them know we love and appreciate you and your sacrifice. We were all there late last night. We've been running around since this morning. You know, the whole team. I'm going to name drop later. But right now, without further ado, I have to bring somebody to the stage who is very special to me. I think the best business partner that God could have ever sent me. One of the only people I know who I can say she probably work harder than me. I mean, she pushes the pedal to the metal when we can't think we can go further, man. We stretch it a little bit more to do a little bit more. But this vision from this whole weekend came from our business partner. And it's because we're a print shop and marketing company and we do work for so many diverse different businesses. We knew and she knew we had to do something to try to pull us together. Nobody is going to organize us. We have to do it ourselves. So this is our effort. This is our purpose, to try to organize ourselves, build that strong economic base, and come together. So without further ado, would y'all please give a warm welcome to my partner, the founder of WDB Marketing and the WDB Legacy Awards, Miss Kiana Barber.
In the vibrant city of Chicago, the skyline is adorned with iconic landmarks that energies palpable in the bustling streets. a thriving ecosystem of innovation and creativity flourishes. But before we can talk about this epic day, we have to take time to look at the history. From the dawn of American history, Black entrepreneurs have stood at the forefront of innovation, resilience, and determination. Icons like Madam C.J. Walker, whose pioneering spirit and groundbreaking hair care products transformed industries and shattered glass ceilings. Today, we stand on the shoulders of giants, inspired by the likes of Oprah, whose media empire empowers millions worldwide, or Robert Smith, whose tech savvy and business acumen have reshaped industries and philanthropy alike. We celebrate the past, embrace the present, and shape the future of Black entrepreneurship together. Welcome to the Power Conference. Today's event promises an inspiring spectacle, leaving you confident, empowered, and poised to elevate your brand to new heights. Our lineup boasts passionate speakers and panelists dedicated to delivering life-changing insights. Whether you're embarking on your journey or advancing it, this marks a critical moment in crafting your legacy business. With a stellar lineup of over 20 speakers, including Freddie Taylor, David Anderson, James Wheeler, and esteemed leaders of 7- and 8-figure businesses, prepare for invaluable insights to propel you towards your goals. It's your moment to glean the secrets of building a lasting legacy business. Delve into Little Rel's journey in the comedy realm, culminating in our highly anticipated Fire Chat with Kiana Barber and Jake Jeezy Jenkins. And now let's begin the 3rd annual Power Conference.
Let's take a journey through Chicago's vibrant streets, the birthplace of Kiana Barber's entrepreneurial legend. As the CEO of WDB Marketing and the visionary force behind WDB Cares, Kiana has redefined success, blending innovation with a deep commitment to lifting communities. Kiana's creation of the Legacy Awards Weekend is a testament to her dedication to celebrating and elevating Black entrepreneurs, providing them with a platform to thrive. Get ready to be moved by a leader who's not only shaping the future of business, but also creating a lasting legacy of empowerment and excellence. Ladies and gentlemen, it's an honor to introduce Kiana Barber.
Oh man, good morning, everybody. It feels good to be out here. I thank everybody for coming. Everybody who came here early. It's surreal to be on this platform. I know they talked a little bit about why we're here, and yes, God gave me the vision to do the conference here. I remember this is actually my church. It's a very powerful institution, New Life Covenant Southeast, and I sat right over there. And although we had done the conference for 2 years and we still hadn't packed it out, God just said, you gotta go bigger. Because one day, and somebody just told me this backstage, just like Tyler Perry, and he kept doing the shows and kept doing it, this room will be filled and you're gonna build it in the vision and the space that you need. Because I promise you, the things that we're doing today, we already know. We got, the gala gonna be packed out tomorrow. It's gonna be a beautiful experience, 800 Black entrepreneurs. But the education is what's gonna move our businesses forward. That's the reason why we're doing the conference. We want to look good, yes, we want to show up, we want to celebrate and network, but we also got to work on our business. So that's what we're here today for. There's about 300-400 more people coming. Yeah. Don't worry, but if you all are here early, that means you all are the go-getters. That means you all are the people that are here and really serious about growing your business. I tell people all day long, WDB is a 7-figure business. It took us a while to get there. I'm going to talk about that journey. But I still go to conferences. I go to 3-day conferences that start at 8 a.m. and don't end to 8 p.m. Why? Because education is important. We have to educate ourselves. We have to constantly evolve. The moment you feel like your business is there and it's perfect is the moment your business is dying. That's the moment your business is dying. So I applaud everybody who's here. I just wanted to come out and create the framework. So I call it the Legacy Blueprint. It's literally the intention of today. So we have 7 different topics that we're going to really cover. And I want to just kind of outline why we have those topics. So I will start a little bit with just a little bit of who we are. So my legacy. So I'm looking, a lot of people know me here. How many people are our customers at WDB that's in the audience? Okay. Got about 30%. We need to add a few more to that, but y'all will be with us after this. Everything that you see today has been created by WDB or our partners. So video, print, everything. So we're a full service marketing company. But a lot of people don't know that I started. I always wanted to be an entrepreneur. My family were entrepreneurs. They were hustlers, as I like to call them. But I always knew I wanted to be an entrepreneur. And when I graduated from college at 22, I had plans to go to California with my brother, and we were going to start a family business with both of my brothers. And he came up here to visit, Bobby Barber, and he got killed in Chicago in November 2004. And we literally had a meeting the day before about what were we going to do to make our first million as a family. And I prayed to God, I asked for guidance, and he literally showed me before my brother's funeral.
I love it. Okay, all right, see you
it's what you talked about at that meeting. It's what's the business. So my brother had this promotional company called What's the Business. So that's what WDB stands for. People don't know that WDB stands for What's the Business Entertainment, and it started in honor of my brother Bobby Barber. And we've been rocking it ever since. We're going on 19 years now with business. Yes. We've hit the 7-figure mark, but it took a while, and that's what I want to talk to you all about. Oh, let me go back a little bit. Let me get the struggle a little bit, just a little bit more. So I started, so again, I'm 22 years old, a baby, not really sure what I'm gonna do in business. Started doing promotions at events. After about 2 years, I kind of hit my stride. I was self-taught at graphic design. Started working in graphic design. I'm like, okay, the events are hit or miss, but people paying me for their design. People paying me for their marketing. So I really started to focus on that. And I think I was about 25, 26, had been in business for about 4 years. Had a small office, 300 square feet. My friends in here, they would tell you, shared bathroom and everything. I did not have to pay $300 a month for rent, and I struggled every month to pay that $300. I'm just gonna be honest with you. But we built from there. We built. My mom was with me every single day. We built that business, and when I looked up, we had over 100 customers. And then we had over 250 customers, and by the age of 25, I think I had done like 150,000 in business. Right, so I'm like, no experience. I really didn't know what I was doing. To hit 150,000, I was proud. After a couple of years, we were at 400,000 or 500,000. But the reason why I'm sharing that story with you is sometimes your early success can be the death of it. Because I hit that at such a young age, and I didn't really have a vision or a plan. I was just happy. I was proud that I was doing over $100,000, $300,000, $400,000 as a young Black woman. But I stayed there for years. So year 6, year 7, James and I met. We partnered together. We grew our business, but we still couldn't get over that $1 million mark. We went 500, 600. And I realized it's because I wasn't being intentional enough in my business. I was always working in my business. I'm sorry, not on my business. So I'm still fulfilling the orders. I'm still doing this. I'm putting out every fire, as opposed to being like, how do I get to this? How do I get to this $1 million mark? So I share that with you all today because after probably 14 years, 15 years, we finally hit that $1 million mark. So people see WDB now, right? They see Legacy Weekend. We got our 7-figure award in the middle. We actually hit 7 figures, like I said, years ago, but we got an award recently for it with an organization. We have our office that we own the building for. That's on the left, the WDB Marketing. And we just purchased our second location that we also own on Michigan Avenue. So it took time. But we got there. And the reason why I'm sharing this today, the reason why we are here today, and again, take this serious, is I don't want it to take you 17, 18 years to get to where we got. We can be intentional about our business, but we have to be focused on it. We can't just say, I want a successful business. What does success look like? We can't just say, I want $1 million business. But what does that really take to get there? What will you actually sell? So I'm going to share with you all the blueprint. And look, everything that I'm talking about is going to be discussed by somebody up here today. So that's what makes this so powerful, because everything. So first, you got to have a clear vision. Where are you going? Why are you going there? And how do you get there? So I love to show this exercise, the road to 1 million. It's such a simple exercise. How many people here want to have $1 million business? Everybody in the room, right? Have you thought about what that looks like on a monthly basis? Honestly, how many people are like, oh, that's going to be about $83,000. Okay, a couple. How much is that per week? $19,000. Per day, $2,700 per hour. The reason why you have to be that specific is now you think about the product that you have. So what can I sell that would get me $83,000 a month? I don't know, I got to do a lot of talking, but that's how specific you have to be. So if I got $1,000 product, then that means I got to sell 83 of them every month to get to that point. You see what I'm saying? You see why you have to be specific and really niche down on what your goal is? So that's the first thing you have to do. You have to be purpose about your vision, your mission, and who you are and why you're doing it. Because we're gonna talk about team, but you can't take anybody where you don't know where you want to go.
Let's go.
If you don't know the road, how you gonna take them there? How you gonna tell people, oh no, follow me? Well, I don't know where you're going. So you have to take the time, and I'll be honest, that vision can continuously refine. I know a lot of people in this room, a lot of our businesses have evolved. When I first started, again, I started in honor of my brother, but I didn't know my real impact was going to be helping and empowering so many Black entrepreneurs. That naturally happened, but when I saw that happening, I adapted, and I did more and more to support the community that was actually supporting us. So having that clear vision is key. Second, and Mr. Keeler Shabazz is about to come up momentarily and talk to you about that. She's gonna get you all in order. Another 7-figure business, and she did 7-figure in less than 5 years, y'all. So you know she got the plan. Less than 5 years, she has a virtual company and built her business to over 7 figures. And she got, y'all gonna get her up here. She got what is a 9-figure plan. She got a $100 million plan that she's working on. Second thing is a solid foundation operation. So a question that somebody asked me years ago is, if you had to leave your business for 3 months, can it run without you? How many people in here would say that their business can run without them if they were gone 3 months? Okay, I think that's Mr. Larry Roberts, the Larry Robert College. That's why he's so successful. Everybody on man raise his hand. A multi-million-dollar company, several businesses. That's a real corporation. And I had to ask myself even that, because sometimes we are that secret sauce in our business. But you have to develop that as a plan. You have to figure out what's their roadmap. Why are they coming to Kiana? And you develop that as a formula, and you teach your staff that, because you can't do it all.
Right.
You might not be able to sell 1,000 products to get to that point. But if you have a team of 10, you can get to. So you have to learn how to duplicate yourself. Third, we're talking about culture. The who is more important than the how. So we have Freddie Taylor's going to come up and talk about that. Urban Intellectuals, again, multi-million-dollar business that's coming on the stage. He has multiple brands. He sold over $500,000 in product. $500,000 in actual products. So Black History cards. So he's talking about how does he build this infrastructure? It's the who. It's the people. It's the team. So we have to talk about culture and leadership. Financial stability. How many people look at their financial report on let's say a monthly basis? You look at your profit and loss. Okay, we got maybe about 10%. How many people know their numbers, like know how profitable they should be every month just to break even? I'm glad we're being honest today. Because how do we build a business that's making money and we don't even know how much we need to break even? That's what we have to do, the homework. Y'all call me the professor today. I know I'm not up here selling a lot of good fun and dreams, but I'm talking about serious, because I've built this $1 million business and I'm around people who I've seen build $20, $30, $40 million business, and it takes attention. It takes really thinking about your business. It takes some of the non-fun stuff to get to the other side. We all want to take these trips to Bali and have fun, right? You got to do some work along the way. We'll find a brain around you to help you do that work. So do you know your numbers? And one thing my business coach told me a long time ago, and this was around the time that, oh yeah, we had 500,000. How long you been at 500,000? About 4 years. Well, she said, Kiana, if you're not growing, you're dying. And that hit me different because, again, I'm 29, I'm $500,000 company. I didn't go to business school. I went to college, but I didn't go for that. So I'm proud. But the truth is, expenses go up every year, right? So that same $500,000 I was making 3 years ago ain't the same $500,000 now. And as I'm trying to grow, I need more people. So if I don't have more money coming into my company, then how am I actually going to ever scale? So you have to look at your numbers. We have to face it. We have to look at it. It ain't a fun picture, but the only way that you're going to fix, I think my pastor said this, Pastor Jamal, you can't fix what you won't face. You can't fix what you won't face. So look at your numbers, understand your numbers, and we're going to grow from there. The marketing and branding value. I love to say become indispensable. I use the Amazon logo, because when you become indispensable, can they live without you? I don't care if you're selling cupcakes or it's consulting services. You should have a product or a service that somebody cannot live without. Everybody who is a WDB client, I'm looking at Nancy right there. You all know you can call us with 2 days. I got a conference coming up. I need a backdrop and I need some flyers. Can you get it done for us? And we're going to get it done for you as best as we can. We become indispensable to our customers. They know that we care about them beyond just themselves giving us money. Become indispensable. If whatever you sell, become the best. And I'm using Amazon because I'm in the audience. I see the Amazon box come every day. They become indispensable to almost everybody here. Now it's a second thought. If you need something, I'm going to Amazon. They can get it to you. So think ahead of your customers. What can you be doing better? What would they need 2 years from now? Would they need it done faster? Would they need it done cheaper? Who are they looking at? Who is your competition? And what are they not doing well? So become indispensable. So that's probably the trick to WDB. I'm always thinking about how do we continually add value? How do we continually improve? Be paranoid about your business. I love to say that. They're going to leave me tomorrow if I don't figure out something today. That's how I look at my business. They're going to leave me tomorrow if I don't figure out something today. Never be cocky. Don't come in and say, I got the best product. So many people, I got the best. I've met 100 other people who do the same thing as you. It's not to say that you don't have the best, but be the best. Constantly show that and constantly evolve to it. And I think Uncle Remus, I don't know who was at the Legacy Talk last night. Anybody at the Legacy Talk? The founder of Uncle Remus came out and spoke, 97 years old, talked about how he built this business over 60 years. And when we asked his secret, he said, I just tried to make real good chicken. I think the product is what sold it. That's when we talk about the value. Even with everything else, it was the product that kept people coming back. That's what to build your reputation. I got a little ahead of myself. That was the Uncle Remus example, and then I got Apple up here. So build a reputation of excellence, because your people will meet the brand before they meet you. I meet so many people now, and it wasn't like this in the beginning. They see that WDB logo. I've seen that before. So what do they think about? Because they didn't meet Kiana. They saw the brand first. So build a reputation of excellence. What are people saying about you? People going to talk about the brand. And we all know bad news spreads faster than good news. And Apple, I use that because there's so many Apple loyalists in there. Whatever Apple put out, people buying, right? That they build that reputation of excellence. So how can you build your brand to be like Apple? It's not impossible. We the same as Steve Jobs. And then finally, build for the future. So I use this beautiful power couple as an example, because not only do I know them and I know their journey. How many people recognize this couple in here? A few people. So this is Monique and Melvin Rodriguez of Mayel Organics. So they have one of the largest Black-owned hair care companies in the world. They're right here from Illinois. Matter of fact, they're right here from Harvey. We went to the same high school. So the reason why I talk about building for the future, what does partnership look like? James talked about me and him partner together. WDB would be where it is at if we had to partner. He brought the manufacturing. We're stronger together. You may not be able to do this all the time on your own. What does partnership look like? What does mergers look like? Black businesses have to let go of brand ego. Everybody want to have their own. I got my own nonprofit. I got my own this. Sometimes we're stronger together. They might be good in the books and you might be good at doing the marketing. So you all both making 100,000 by yourself, but together you can make $1 million. Who want $1 million or 100,000? Who want 100,000 by themselves? Don't raise your hand, huh? Who wants $1 million? Who wants $1 million together? We want $1 million together, right? We want $1 million together, and WDB is an example of that. I was by myself. James had his own company called Leah Visual. We saw that we were both aiming towards the same thing. We would both create dynamic brands for Black-owned businesses. We said it may make sense for us to do this together. I had a lot of, at the time, I had 300-400 customers on my own. He had the quality, he had the vision for production. We came together, and that's why WDB is a multi-million-dollar brand right now. Yeah. That's how we even able to put on events like the Legacy Awards. If I was by myself, I may not be able to do it. The partnership, you can clap for that partnership, brought this event together. Collaborate like this event together and let brand ego go. And I use Mayel Organics as an example because a lot of people know them that although they sold part of their business for over $100 million, wow. Part of it, been in business less than 10 years, they still kept majority ownership. So that's what legacy looked like to me. I don't know about y'all. I know they talk about selling the business, and yes, we want to keep it, but do your kids want to take it over? If not, is legacy selling, but now you create generational wealth. Now you create multiple businesses that also go on to impact the community, employ other people. So I ask you this, and I'm gonna leave you all with that. One, if you had to sell your business today, what would it be worth? And finally, what will your legacy be? That's it. Every logo up here is a family name. Versace, Prada, is it Michael Dell, Chanel, all of these brands that we wear, all of these electronics that we see, Lamborghini, these are family brands. They had the vision, they worked on the vision. They were clear about what they needed to do, and they passed on something that has lasted a lot of these brands over 100 generations. So that's what I want you all to think about today. We're gonna get ready to get started with this first panel. What will your legacy be? And on that note, y'all ready to enjoy this conference?
What up, everybody? Good morning. Good morning, y'all. All right? We clap our hands for our host today, gathering us together in this powerful room. Some powerful people in this room, and how exciting is it to be an entrepreneur building your business and not just be connected to the gathering of being outside in the environment where you're celebrating, but also in the educational piece to make sure that everybody's ready to go to the next level. Y'all ready to go to the next level? It's not Sunday, so I'm not going to be preachy. I'm here for morning motivation, and they gave me the assignment of talking about faith in business. That's the assignment that they gave me. But first, I wanted to celebrate and honor the fact that my first and foremost priority is my family. I always bring them into every room that I'm entering in because my family is my foundation. They are why I do everything that I do, and the most important assignment in my life. I don't want to be successful externally, but yet a failure at home. I want to make sure that my home is intact, my family is intact, my wife Erica Glenn, my oldest son Josiah, my daughter Monet, and my baby boy Jonathan. I bring them to every room. Thank you for celebrating that with me, because my family is the foundation of everything that we do. Why we do, we run our lives like a family business, right? So everybody know they got a role and a part to play. My assignment is to talk about faith in business, because faith is the business. It's actually the point of business. There is no one that is successful in life or in business in any way or capacity that do not use the tool of faith to be able to accomplish what they're trying to accomplish. The question is asked is very popular. What would you attempt to do if you knew that you couldn't fail? What would you attempt to do if you knew that you could not fail? If you woke up every morning absolutely 100% fearless, 100% relentless, understanding that whatever you put your mind to, you can accomplish and do. If fear wasn't a measure to hold you back or pull you back, what would you attempt to do if you knew you would not fail? This is a faith question, right? Because the reality is that a lot of us have big ideas and big dreams and things we're trying to accomplish and trying to do, but it's the fear of failure that's holding us back for having that great attempt. So faith then comes into your mind to remind you that whatever you do, whatever you're going to do in life is going to require faith. Whatever you're going to do is going to require faith, an element of faith, because everything you see and everything you experience is a product of faith. What faith looks like? Faith looks like particular brands. When you think about some of the brands that are up on the screen right now, you think about Amazon, you think about Apple Music, you think about Lyft and Hulu and Grubhub and Airbnb, who who shifted the hospitality industry. You think about Uber and Beyond Meat and Tesla and TikTok and Netflix, who came to Blockbuster. Y'all remember Blockbuster? Who came to Blockbuster and told them, hey, we got this great idea about how we can mobilize videos and bring it right to the consumer, and skip the step and gave them the opportunity to buy them out. Blockbuster thought they were a joke, and we no longer have Blockbuster. We have Netflix, and Netflix opened up a streaming platform now where everybody can have direct-to-consumer access, right? At one time they were a joke, and the next season or the next phase they were leading, and then they even start to fall back because other people start to innovate in that space. What does faith look like? Faith looks like an idea perhaps that no one ever heard before, an idea that no one has ever seen before, that ends up turning into an actual brand. Faith in business looks like Amazon. It looks like Apple, which is like the largest music store in the world. Remember, music stores used to go get the record, get the CD, and now all of them are gone. It's digital. You hear it. It comes out of the unseen into the scene. You hear a song. It's intangible, but it's tangible. Sound like faith, right? You hear it. You can download it. You never touch it. You never put your hands on it, but yet you have it and you possess it. That's the same thing that faith is. Nelson Mandela made this statement. He said, anything that is possible always seems impossible until it's done. Anything that's impossible at one time, somebody thought was funny, somebody thought it was hilarious, somebody thought it was unable to be accomplished, and it always seems impossible until it's done, right? And then when it's done, look who's laughing now. The reality is, faith is the blueprint for the impossible. How do you accomplish something that seems impossible? You put your faith on it. Faith is the blueprint for the impossible. And many of you have started businesses and organizations by faith. Didn't have enough money, enough capital, enough resources. Perhaps somebody didn't believe in your idea. But if you have faith to do it, you can accomplish it, right? Because faith allows us to execute the impossible. What people say or what men think are impossible, faith is this tool that lets you execute the impossible. It's your foundation of everything that you're building and everything that you stand on. Let's just get on the same page about what the definition of faith is. In the Webster's definition, it says that faith is the complete trust or confidence in someone or something. It's the complete trust or confidence in someone or something. That is a dictionary definition of faith. A biblical definition of faith, because, I got to bring a Bible definition with me. A biblical definition of faith is in Hebrews, the 11th chapter. It says it like this for your morning motivation and devotion. Now faith, I love it in the Amplified version. Now faith, somebody say now faith. Now faith. It's not later faith, it's now faith. Now faith is always operating in the present or in the now. Now faith is the assurance or the title deed or confirmation of things that you're hoping for, divinely guaranteed, which means if you use faith, it already is guaranteed even before you have it. And it's the evidence of things not seen and the conviction of their reality. Faith then, I love this, comprehends as a fact what cannot be experienced by the physical senses. That's a definition for you right there, right? So faith is the title deed, is the guarantee on the unseen, the intangible. It's a tangible intangible, which tells us that everything that was ever created was created by faith. There is nothing that exists that was not created by faith, because everything that exists was first existing in the unseen and the unknown before it was actually seen and actually known. That everything was an idea. Everything was invisible before it was visible. Everything was a blueprint before you could actually see it. So everything in the world was literally created by faith. And so everything, whether you believe it or not, whether you are a believer or not, everything requires faith, right? To accomplish. If you're going to accomplish anything in the world, it's going to require faith into what's unknown and what's unseen and what has not yet been experienced. Faith is the foundation, because everything that ever was created by faith, and your faith was never meant to be separated from your work or your business. Faith was never meant to be something only for Sunday or something only for church. If you go to church, right? Every day you wake up, you're using faith. You have to use faith just to move around. You can't even start a business without having faith, because you're believing that something is better on the other side of where you are, and that if you execute or engage in this particular marketplace or environment, that you will be successful by using what you have. And what you have usually is not seen by most people. It's only seen and known by you. So your faith was never meant to be separated from your work or your business. It was always given to you as a tool to be able to use in your life. I always say anything that God gives you as a tool is never really meant just for church, right? It's never really meant just for the four walls of church. Anything God gives you is meant for every aspect of your life. You need faith for your family. You need faith for your money. You need faith for your finances. You need faith for your future. You have to learn to use faith and walk by faith in every aspect of your life. Faith, then, is seeing the unseen until the unseen is seen. Right? Faith is seeing the unseen. I see it, I can feel it, I can touch it, I know what it looks like, I know where it's gonna be, I see the location, I see the business, I see the plan, I see the idea. No one else can necessarily see it like I see it, but I see it. I'm so locked into what I see that I'm gonna keep on talking about what I see until everybody see what I see. You see what I see? Right? And so the truth is that faith is living in that unseen realm like it's seen. You're acting as if it is when nobody else can see what you see. Is there anybody else besides me that can see the unseen? I can see the unseen. Do you have a visual picture of your life, your future, your next, your business, the things that you're planning and preparing for? And your pitch, your business picture, you're trying to get some money or some networking. All you're trying to do is get somebody to see what you see. I'm trying to get you to see what I see so you can feel what I feel, so we can do what I'm trying to get done. So faith was never meant to separate you from your business or from the business. It is the business, right? So you're not moving through faith. Faith is moving through you. You're not, I'm going to do this by faith. No, what if I told you that faith is moving in you? That unless you go and try and attempt and do and try to convince and try to tell somebody what it is you see, you can have all the faith you want. But until you try to execute and move on that faith and act on it, it'll never happen, because faith needs a vehicle in order for it to find success. It needs somebody that's willing to take the risk and really to take the chance and willing to go after it. It needs somebody that believes so into the dream that is taking everything that it has to say, hey, I'm going after it. I'm just going to put myself out there because I might as well do it, because staying here and doing it this way is not an option. Faith is looking for someone to move through. Faith is looking for an idea that hasn't yet been birthed. Faith is looking for someone to take a risk. Faith is looking for a person that they can get, that faith can get in, so that faith can start to move in your life. And when you start moving by faith and faith start moving in you, you start doing things that they told you could never do. You become a legacy maker. You become a history maker. You become a world changer. You become a game changer. You became a generational curse breaker. How did you do it? I did it by faith. I got somebody that's breaking generational curses in your family and in your bloodline. How did you do it? We did it, and we do it by faith. Y'all all right today? Because faith brings your future into your now. Can you stretch your hands out like this in front of you and just pull it into your now? I want you to physically feel what it feels like to see something in your future that feels out of your reach, and grab it and bring it into your now. Feel the success of that idea reaching the people that it's supposed to reach. Feel the notoriety of the product or the service that you provide doing the things that it needs to do. Feel your hands being empty, bringing your pockets to be full. Y'all ain't hear what I'm saying, right? Feel it working in your life. Faith brings your future into your now. It brings your future into your now. And I know if you have faith, because I can hear it by what you say. I know you have faith by your words. Never talk doubt, never talk fear, never talk worry, never talk self-deprecating conversations, never talk down. Always speak up, always be loud, always be cheerful, always be the brand, always walk in clarity, always have confidence, always have faith, always walk into every room like everybody in the room needs to know who you are and what you have, and if they don't know who you are, what they have, they're absolutely missing out. Because you are the business, right? Jay-Z said it, right? And so the truth is, when I hear your words, when I hear what you're talking about, I can see your faith. I can see your faith. When I hear your words, I can see your faith. When I hear your words, I can see your faith. Get this, and we almost done with our morning devotion for today. Faith is currency, right? Faith is currency. Faith is currency. Sometimes we're looking for the tangible to be the currency, but it is the intangible that starts off as the currency. You gotta see the money before you make the money. You gotta see it happening before it actually happens. You gotta see the success manifesting before it actually manifests. And the way you do that is you take the tool of faith and use it as a currency. You see, whenever God wants to give you something beyond your ability, whenever God wants to give you something beyond your ability, a dream, an idea, a purpose, a plan, whenever he wants to give you something beyond your ability, he does not give it to you in manifestation form. He gives it to you in faith form. You see, if he gave out everything to people in manifestation form, you would blame God for blessing somebody else more than he blessed you. But God said, no, what I'll give everybody is a measure of faith, and then see how they work the measure of faith to determine who gets the manifestation. I'll give you the same 24 hours a day that the person sitting next to you has the same 24 hours a day. I'll give you the same window of time just to see how you manage what's in your possession. And so when God wants you to have something, a dream so big for your family, for your future, a dream so big for your city or your community, what he passes out to you is faith. You say, no, I'm not going to give it to you finished. I'm going to give it to you in seed form. Now let's see what you do with what I give you. And if you start working your faith and your faith start working and people start seeing your success and they looking at you, they're like, yo, how you do that? Man, I just put my faith to work. And when I got to work on my faith, you saw my future.
Let's go.
I was standing in my future because I used my faith. Any successful business you see, when you see Kiana's successful business, when you see the successful businesses around here, you don't see them starting where they ended. You see them beginning in a place where they where they didn't have what it is that they have now, because they used their faith in order to accomplish it. Faith will literally secure your financial future. Faith will literally secure your financial future. Faith will secure your financial future because faith gives you the mentality that lets you know, get this for the note takers, everything you need is in everything you have. Everything you need is in everything you have. You're looking for the next thing, and God is like, yo, what did you do with the last thing that I gave you? Because I hand out things in seed form. And while you're looking for something else, or you checking somebody else's hand or counting somebody else's money, God's like, look at the hand that I gave you, because everything you're looking for is in everything you have. You've just been overlooking what you have because you're looking at what somebody else has comparing what they have to what you have. And while you're looking at what they have, all you see is them working their faith, while your faith is underdeveloped and you haven't developed what you have. And God said, everything you need is in everything you have. We're not having church on today. It's Friday. What y'all doing, all right? Because everything is you need is in everything you have. Because here's the reality. Poverty is a missing perspective. The reality is poverty is a missing perspective. People will have something in their possession that they underestimate and overlook, and somebody else will come and make money out of your same idea. How did they make money and find success out of the same idea that God gave you? Because they use their faith as a tool to bring their future into their now. Can y'all do it with me again? Come on. What we do? We bring our future into our now. We're possessing that. And we're like, God, let me use my faith because I do not want my faith I do not want to miss a perspective that you're giving me. So I'm going to apply faith to everything I do. I'm going to apply faith to everything I do. And so what God does is he drops you in the middle of a situation and a scenario. He gives you faith for what he wants you to accomplish. And get this, here's what he does. He puts a problem in front of you so that your faith can fix the problem. You look at all the people that was on them brands on the screen. Everybody does what? Solve a problem. You want to look at the most wealthiest people in the world, the most successful people in the world, they solve a problem. The question is, what problem are you meant to solve? Well, she said, make yourself indispensable to your customers. That means that we solve problems on such a level that if you come to us with a problem that seems unrepairable, we jump in it with you and say, we got faith to fix your problems. That's why we the first person that you call. That's why we the first person that you want to reach out for, because we don't complain about things. We solve and we fix problems. The people that's making money in 2024 and beyond are the problem solvers, and faith helps you fix a problem. So with your faith, you will not fail, because failure is not an option. Can you just say it out loud? Say, failure is not an option. It's not an option, because failure is not final. Failure is not final. I always say, if you fail, when you fail forward. Because if you fail forward, at least you'll be further than you were before you fail. And so failure is only final if I lay there and if I wallow there. And if I don't get up, that's when failure becomes final. But if I get the lessons that I learned and use my faith to cancel fears, then I move in the realms of the unseen, and to the seen, unseen becomes seen. What we doing, y'all? We taking our faith and we bringing our future into our now, right? We giving our future into our now, and we're going to learn, and we're going to practice, and we're going to try, and we're going to fail, and we're going to repeat, right? We're going to try, we're going to fail, we're going to learn, we're going to do, and we're going to repeat. We're going to try, we're going to fail, we're going to learn, we're going to do, we're going to repeat. What are we going to do? We're going to try, we're going to fail, we're going to learn, we're going to do, and we're going to repeat. And that's what makes faith the tool that you use that never puts you in the final space. You got it? Some of the 7 most expensive words in business is, we have always done it that way.
Oh, come on.
But the 7 most expensive words in business is, we have always done it that way. Because that does not require faith. That's predictability. And you have to build your faith by using your faith. When you build your faith by using your faith, you break out of the unseen, you innovate, pivot on a quick moment. You're not afraid to take risks and take chances. I'm about to wrap up, but I just want to tell you, faith is the goal. Don't just use faith for your goals. The goal is really to have faith. Because when I have faith and when I use my faith, you can put me anywhere, in any situation. And guess what? I'm going to keep rising to the top, baby. Because I got faith, and the faith that's in me is taking me to the place that I need. Don't just use faith for your goals. Faith is the goals. Make sure that your goals are SMART goals: specific, measurable, achievable, realistic, and timely. Specific, measurable, achievable, realistic, and timely. Because faith without works is
dead.
So if you don't work nothing else, work your faith. Y'all all right?
Yes.
That's my time, y'all. I appreciate y'all. Thank you so much.